Good morning, everyone. Online students, can you hear me? Yeah, last class we have completed multi-threading based project. Hope all the people practiced. Any questions do you have? So we completed 17 programs in multi-threading chapter. All 17 programs and their concepts understood? Okay. So let's try to understand next topic. Tell me, all the people know that we can override run method. We'll write a class extending from the thread and we will override run method. Now, after overriding run method, we will call start method. And the very, very important question, can we override start method? Can we override start method? Is it possible or not? What do you think? Possible or not possible? When can we override something and when we cannot override? When can we override? When we cannot override? If you want to override a method, the method should be final or non-final. Method should be final or non-final. Non-final. If method is final, you cannot override. Tell me, if start method is final, can we override or cannot override? Cannot override. If it is a not final, we can override. Let's see, start method is final or not final. Where we can find the method is final or not final. You can press F3. Now look at that, it is final or not final. It is not a final method. Can I override or cannot override? We can override. And tell me, if you override start method, is there any compile time error? No. If you override start method, is there any compile time error? No. There is no compile time error. If you override start method, from compiler point of view, no error. Is there any problem at runtime? Socho. If you override start method, is there any problem? Problem or no problem? If you override start method, is there any problem? Think. Come on, online students. If you override start method, is there any problem? My brain is saying there is a problem. What about your brain? If you override start method, is there any problem? Answer is yes, there is a problem. What is the problem? Is it a compile time error? No. Because it's not a final, we can override. Then at runtime, any problem? Now what problem? Come on, think. You override start method and you will call now. When you call start method, what happens? It is executed from which class? If you override start method, it is executed from which class? From current object class. Who is the current object class? Subclass. In subclass start method, what logic you have written? Whatever you like. Then custom thread created or not created? Come on, think. Custom thread created or not created? Not created. Custom thread is not created. Custom thread created when the start method logic executed from thread class. The custom thread creation logic is available in the thread class. If the logic is not executed from thread class, is custom thread created? No. Tell me, can we override start method? Yes. Is there any problem if you override start method? Yes. What is the problem? Custom thread is not created. Then, what is the solution to this problem? Don't override start method. If you don't override start method, what happens? It is executed from thread class. If it is executed from thread class, what happens? Custom thread is created. Okay, clear? Again, I'm asking question. Can we override start method? Yes. Is there any problem if you override start method? Yes. Then why Sun Micro system allowing you to override? Is my question understand? If you override start method, there is a problem. Custom thread is not created. When there is a problem, why Sun Micro system allowing you to override start method? They might have declared as a final or not. Not declared as a final, and there is a solution to the problem or not. Now think what the solution. If you override start method, custom thread is not created. Correct? Custom thread is not created. The still start method is not declared as a final. Then why? There is a solution. What is the solution? Think. What is the problem? Custom thread not created. Why custom thread not created? Because start method not executing from thread class. Can you do something so that start method executed from thread class? Sorry? Typecasting. What typecasting, man? How the typecasting coming in with for the method? Think online students. Start zero method is a private method. Can you call? Tejas. If you override start method, custom thread is not, because custom thread creation logic is available in thread class. Then what you have to do? I should override start method. Still custom thread want to be created. What you should do? Easy point. After I am saying answer, you'll feel, or easy point I missed. Come on, think. I want to override start method, but still I want to create custom thread. I want custom thread. What should I do? ఆలోచించండి. Answer is there with you. Are you visualizing the code? We have thread class, content start method, my thread extends the thread. We override start method. Then test class. In test class created my thread empty1 equal new my thread. Empty dot start. Then start method executing from which class? Thread class. Visualize the code, then only you can answer the question. Thread class has a start method. Then my thread class extending from thread overriding start method. In a test class, my thread mt1 equal to new my thread mt dot start I call. Now the start method executed from which class? Amma? Thread class. Adi evadra current class? Tell me the name of the class. Amma? Executed from my thread class. If it is executed from my thread class, is custom thread created or not created? Then if you want to create custom thread class logic execute from which class? From which class the thread class logic must be executed? From thread class. When you override method, is there any chance that logic from superclass executed? No. What should I do to execute from superclass? Sorry? What the statement I should write? That's what I am asking for last half an hour. That's what I am asking from last half an hour. Speak louder. Tell me all to your friends. Tell Ravai. Tell the full statement. Where I should write? Where should I write that super dot start? In my thread where? In my thread class where I should write super dot start? When user call start method, I want to execute start method from super class also. Then I should write super dot start in which method? Overriding method. Tell me. When you override a method, when you place super dot start, then that start and this start method together, what we call that? Overriding or extending. We discussed this point also. Just you write the logic, we call what? Overriding. Write your logic, also call the super class method by super dot. Then what we call it as? Extending method. Now tell me final point, very important. Can I override start method? Yes. If I override start method, is there any problem? Yes. What is the problem? Custom thread? Because start method is executed only from subclass, not executed from superclass. Next, if I want to execute logic from superclass also, what should I do? If you want to execute logic from superclass also, what should I do? We must call superclass method in subclass overriding method by using super dot. Understood? Can we override start method? Yes. No compile time error, no runtime error because it is not a. If you override start method, do you have any problem? Yes. Custom thread is not started. Run method is not called and executed. Run method is not executed. What is the need of overriding start method? Okay, let me take here. Sorry. What is the need of? Then, what is the need of overriding start method? For executing some logic compulsory before every thread start. We must override start method to place this logic inside start method to execute it common to all threads. First thread, second thread, third thread, fourth thread. Whenever every thread started, just before every thread started, I want to execute some logic here. Before every thread started, I want to execute some logic. Where should I write this logic? Before the thread object start. MT1 dot start. Just before I should place that logic. Right? Then next, MT2 dot start. MT2 dot start. Just before MT2 dot start, I have to place that logic. Now tell me, if I place same logic again and again, is it a code redundancy or not? No, no. Then second problem, there is a chance we may forgot to place that logic here. Third, the new developer who come on to this project, he don't know that he has to place that logic. When something is mandatory, what should we do? Make it automate. That means every time when you wanted to execute custom thread, you are calling start method or not? If I place my logic inside start method body, automatically custom thread is execute. I mean, automatically my logic is executed before custom thread. Then how can I place logic? What is the need of overriding start method? For executing some logic, compulsory before every thread start, we must override start method to place this logic inside start method. Or you can say, we must place this logic inside start method. How? Can I go to directly to the thread class and place? No. By overriding it. Okay? By overriding it. For executing some logic compulsory, before every thread start, we must place this logic in start method. By overriding it. Then tell me, what is the right design for overriding start method? First, we must place logic. First, we must place our logic inside overriding start method. Then at end of the start method, at end of the overriding start method, we must place super dot start. For executing start method logic from custom thread, for starting the custom thread, okay, this all remove this. Okay, we must place super dot start. Now, by implementing all these points, I am writing the code here. Let me delete everything. Tell me. Now I am overriding run method. I'm just overriding run method. System.out.println double quotes run. Now tell me, run start, run end, I have written. Presently, first thread I created. Of course, let me also write one more thread. 2 threads I am taking. Okay. I want to know the name of the thread. Any of remember how to write the logic? Get name method I have to call now. Get name I have to call. Then now I'm writing here name plus start, name plus end. Control F. Now tell me, this run method executed or not? Yes. How many times executed? 2 times executed. Unresolved compile time. Now look at there. Thread 0 run start, thread 1 run start, thread 0 run end, thread 1 run end. 2 times thread run method executed. If I override start method, then what happen? If I override start method, sometimes this Eclipse having Gajani problem. System.out.println double quotes. Yeah, start start end. Bolo. Yeah. Save it. Control F11. Observe now. What happened? Start end. Start end. Run method executed or not executed? Why not executed? Because run method executed only when JVM call na. When JVM will call via thread class start. If you call start method from thread class, then tell me. If I want to execute some logic compulsory when thread executed, okay, what to do now? We must not place the logic. Sorry, we should override start method, but same time I have to place thread class start method call. How to write? Super dot start. Save it. Control F11. Look at there. Now run start, run and run start, run and executed. Na? So finally, if interview ask a question, is it possible to override start method? What's your answer? Yes, but custom thread is not created. In order to override start method to execute our own logic, also to start the custom thread, first we must place our logic, then we must place super dot start method call. Okay, if you say like this, then interviewer satisfied. This is very important. Everyone understood? Huh? Right. Write one program for me. Let's see how many people can develop. Develop a program. Develop a program to create one custom thread from another custom thread. Develop a program to create one custom thread from another custom thread. Will you please try yourself? Completed? Huh? Did you get an idea? Create one custom thread from another custom thread. What is the meaning of it? Create one custom thread from another custom thread. What is the meaning of it? Up to now, we create all multiple custom threads from main thread. But now I want you create one custom thread from another custom thread. What is the meaning of it? First, design idea should come to your mind. You want to construct a house. First, design paper is required. After designing, then you go for development. Think. What is the meaning of it? How many classes? 3 classes. One, my thread 1. Second, my thread 2. Third, main thread. What is the code? Inside main thread, you create my thread 1 object and call start method. Then control will go into run method. Then inside my thread 1 run method, you have to create my thread 2 object and call start method. Then you are creating one custom thread from another custom thread. Understood? Right or no? Write the program. One more program, continuation will be there. If you understand this, next program easy. Everyone try. Completed? This is what I am expecting. This is a test class. My thread object 1 created call start. From here it is going to run method. Inside run method, again I created my thread 2 object and call start method. Then my thread 2 object run method contains nothing. So what the flow of execution? When I run this class, first count will come to main thread, main method. Inside my thread 1 object call start. Then main completed. JVM come to the custom thread run. Then custom thread run create custom thread, make it ready to execute. Then custom thread 1 execution completed. Then custom thread 2 execution started and complete. Look at the control F11. A main start, main end. My thread 1 start, my thread 1 end, my thread 2 start, my thread 2 end. Understood? If interview ask a question, is it possible to create one custom thread from another custom thread? What's your answer? Yes. Then how can I write the code like this? Tell me, for my thread 1, who is the parent? Main. For my thread 2, who is the parent? My thread 11. Okay, that way you have to answer to the interview. Now write down one question, one more second question. Do you all written this code? Or you want to copy? Copy. Any copy చేస్తారా? Copy. Next program, at least you should write by your own. Completed? Huh? Completed? Huh? Write down question. Is it possible? Is it possible to create? Is it possible to create a custom thread? Is it possible to create a custom thread from the same custom thread class? Is it possible to create a custom thread from the same custom thread class? What did you understand? Here I created two custom threads. Now I want to create second custom thread from first custom thread of same class. How many subclasses now? One subclass. In the main method, you are writing my thread 1, empty1 equal to new my thread 1, empty1 dot start. Then control is coming to run method. In run method, what you have written? Second custom thread. No, I want same class object I am creating. My thread 11, empty2 equal to new my thread 11, empty2 dot start. Then what happened? Understand? Then what happened? This is what my question I'm asking. So now I have test class, my thread object, thread 0 is ready to start. Then control is going to where now? Run method. Inside run method, I am calling empty2 dot start method of which class? Different class or same class? Same class. Run method of which class? My thread 11, my thread 13. Now I call start method inside run method on which object? Same object. Write this code as shown below. As shown below. And tell me what happened here. Let's see how many people can correctly judge the program execution flow. Tell me what is the flow of execution of this program and output. It is very easy. Only thing is you have to pay attention. Just imagine, draw diagram. Infinite loop. We are not using any loop. So you cannot use the term infinite loop. Just start from main method, draw memory side. Here memory means just a thread creation. Main thread, draw dabba, main thread. Inside main thread equal start, custom thread started, then main thread complete. Then inside custom thread, run started. Inside run, what happened? What the meaning? Then run completed, this thread completed. Just go through like that. Just try to understand the flow. Draw the memory diagram, flow of memory diagram. Online students and offline students, all you people listen. 1 second to. Is it possible to take class daily at 9 p.m.? There are 2 sessions per day. One, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. A.m. means morning. Second, 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. night. Topic, same continuation topic. So that we can complete our syllabus fast. Otherwise, it becomes more late. By around September, this is multi-threading. I was in here 20th. Okay. Else it will go to October also. Okay, na? So maybe not up to September 20th, September second week. Second week means 15 days. September 15th. Today is a first, na? By September 15th, we can complete the batch. Offline students, any objection? No objection, na? Online students, no objection. So today onwards, we will have class 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. also. Topic will be continuation topic, multi-threading. What we completed morning session, same thing will be continued night. Okay, clear? Okay, na? HTML completed? HTML batch completed? Oracle? Oracle not completed. In place of HTML, you are starting this class. Simple. Presently now 2 batches only there, no? For you. One Oracle and second is what? Core Java. Only 2 batches. In place of HTML, now you are going for Core Java additional session. That's it. So, don't forget. All you people open your mobile. Oracle also completing 2 days. Huh? It came to last days. Okay, no problem. Open your mobile, everyone. Online students, offline students, everyone. Open mobile. Open the set alarm. Really? Set alarm 8:45. 8:45 p.m. what do you call a label core Java class. Set alarm, otherwise you will forget and later you will cry. Advanced Java, later we'll see Java. First you complete core Java, Oracle, HTML. Focus on these concepts first. Everyone, I'm not joking, serious. Set alarm at 8:45 p.m. Label core Java class. Otherwise, you'll forget to join the class. I will also set alarm. Otherwise, I may forget first. Now, here, I set alarm 8:50. Already there. For old batch, maybe I took 8:50 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Daily not required, na? Don't select the daily. Okay. Yes, you can join. Okay, clear? And done. Move on. So now tell me, what is the output of this program? Is it a recursive method call? Yes or no? Start method call, my thread to run method. Every time it is calling with same object or new object? Same object. Same object or new object? New object, right? First with 10-10, second with 20-20, third 30-30, fourth 40-40. Every time it creating new object, na? Now tell me the flow. First, main thread start. Okay? Then you created object. Object created. Then call start method. Thread of execution start. Right? Then main thread completed. Main thread destroyed. Here, which method running? Run. What is the logic of run method? Print the name. Then next one is what? Create another object, new my thread, another object, and call start method. What start method will do? It start the new custom thread. Yes or no? Its name is what? Thread-0. Its name is what? Thread-1. Then next, this thread execution completed, destroyed. Now JVM shifting to this thread. What is the logic of this thread? Print the name, then create thread object, and then call start method. Thread of execution started. With what name? Thread-2. And tell me, this flow is repeated every time. It's keep on going on. One time or two time or repeatedly. It's going on repeatedly. It's going on repeatedly. Then it become infinite method calls. It become infinite method calls. It's keep on running. Is there any problem inside JVM? No. Why? Every time thread created, destroyed. Again thread created, destroyed. Thread created, destroyed. Now tell me, is there any chance that this program execution terminated any time with exception? No. Because every time thread created, destroyed, thread created, destroyed. Is it a recursive method call? Yes. Whenever you make a recursive method call, there is a chance you will get there is a chance you will get stack overflow error. Will you get stack overflow error here? No, because second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, seventh time, every time method is calling in the same thread, new thread. Every time new thread created. So recursive method call not happen. Keep on going on. Understand? Look at there. Keep on going on. Threads creating, destroying, threads creating, destroying, threads creating, destroying. If you come tomorrow also, this JVM running like this one. No problem at JVM memory level. No problem at our program. Let's keep on. Threads are creating. So if you create one custom thread from another custom thread, both threads are created, terminated. If we create a custom thread from the same custom thread, then multiple custom threads are created. Infinite number of custom threads are keep on created and continued. JVM never terminated. It's very, very, very important point you should know. Then next important point. Write down question. In the above program, call mt2.run. Call mt2.run in place of mt2.start. In place of mt2.start, comma, then tell me what is output. Everyone should answer what happened now. Now we'll get stack overflow error. Now also recursive method call only now. Then every time run method executed in which thread? Different threads are same thread. Come on. Different thread or same thread? When you call run method, custom thread created or not created? Not created. This is main thread. Main method. Main method call start method. Start method start custom thread. Load the run method and come back. And then go to main method. Now main thread complete. JVM shifting to custom thread run. What is the logic of custom thread run? Get the name printed, my thread to new my thread, and tell me here what happened. New object is created. Then mt2.run. Are you calling run method with new thread reference? New thread object reference, but in new thread of execution or same thread of execution? Same thread. Here for run method to call, one thread object created. Now in the same run method, another thread object created and call run method. What happened? Tell me. Second time run method is loaded and executing a new thread or same thread? Same thread. Again run, again run, again run, again run. At some point of time, there is no space for run method to execute. Then now we will get stack overflow error. Look at there, run 0, run start, run thread 0, run start, thread 0, run start. In thread 0 only run method executed. After a few minutes, you will see stack overflow error. Write down answer. In this case, yeah, it said overload. You cannot see the exception. Buffer overflow. In this case, run method is called recursively in the same custom thread comma, then it leads to then it leads to look at here and write capital S, stack, O capital letter, overflow error. Stack overflow error. Then it leads to exception, stack overflow error. It's not exception, ends with exception. It is a ends with error. You know, two types of exceptions are there: error type and exception type. It is error type because it's the problem is because of JVM level memory problem. Finally, what is the difference in between start method and run method? Start executed in new thread, run executed in the same thread. With this, we completed multi-thread program, all points related to program development and interview questions. Hope everyone understood. Any questions, doubts? Okay, single thread model application, understood. Multi-thread model application, understood. Can we call run method directly? Yes. Can we call run start? Yes. Start run? Yes. Multiple times start? No. Then how can we create multiple custom thread? Create separate object and call start method. If I want to execute different values, what to do? Same logic, different values. Take non-static variable to pass the value. How can I execute different logic in different threads? Now separate class with override method. Okay, these are the basic entry questions. All points you have got clarity. And next, can we override start method? Can I create one custom thread from another custom thread? Can I create custom thread from the same custom thread? These are points if you practice, then next classes will be very, very, very easy. Okay, shall we proceed the third stage of multi-threading chapter? Okay, these are the 4 or 5 programs comes under third phase. What the third phase of multi-threading? Tell me, what is the first phase of multi-threading? Creating custom thread in 2 ways. Second phase is what? Creating multiple threads in 2 ways. Okay, third one. Now, third phase is thread execution states and algorithms. Okay, this is the third stage of multi-threading chapter. Thread execution states and algorithms. Are you ready now? Online students, I will use board because after many days after using the class, people are in sleeping mode. Let me use board. Okay, right? Everybody is in full sleeping mode, including me also, no problem. Now look at here. Thread execution comes under 5 states. How many states? 5 states. Thread execution comes under 5 states. Okay, what are the 5 states? Number 1, first state is new. Second state is ready to run. Third state is running. Fourth state is non-runnable states. Okay, fifth state is dead, such pain. Batkindi, run ayindi, such pain. This is the same life cycle for you also. Okay, you born and running, crying, and then finally dead. Okay, now first one is what? New state. This is a new state. And the next one is what? Ready to run. And the next state is running state. And then next state is non-runnable states. And then final state is what? Dead. This is the thread life cycle states diagram. Okay. Now onwards, to understand multi-threading chapter, we will follow this diagram strictly. So you have to practice. When we create my thread class object or thread class object, when you create thread object, first, when we create thread object, first, control the thread object will be in which state? New state. With what name? Thread -0. Okay, na? Then, now this thread -0, when it will move to the ready to run state? When you call start. When you call start method, thread will go to ready to run state. Thread -0. Okay, thread -0 come to ready to run state. When thread entered into ready to run state, is it immediately will go to running state to execute its run method? No. When I call start method, is the thread immediately starting its execution? No. What is happening? Tell me, in a running state, already we have which method? Main thread. Already main thread is running. Inside main thread, main method, this line and this line is executed now. When main thread execution is passed or completed, come to the dead state. Okay, main thread execution completed, come to the dead state. Then running state is free. Now thread 0 got chance to entered. So when a thread get into, when you call start method, when thread entered into running state, only when presently running thread execution is passed or completed, then thread 0 entered into running state. Next, tell me now, when thread will go into non-runnable state, there are 3 non-runnable states are available. There are 3 non-runnable states. Okay, there are 4 non-runnable states. Okay, 3 only available. First one is what? When you call sleep method. When you call sleep method with the time, or when you call join method with the time, or when you call wait method with the time. By giving time when you call sleep or join or wait, then the thread will come into this state. Okay, that means inside thread 0 run method, if you call any one of these 3 methods, then thread will go from running state into non-runnable state. Okay, na? Thread will go running state to non-runnable state. Next point. When thread will come here? When you call join method without time, when you call wait method without time, then it will come into this state. So we have sleep, join, wait method. These 3 methods, if we call inside run method, then thread will go into non-runnable state. There is another concept called synchronized method. If you call synchronized method, then thread will come into this state. So anyone, sleep, join, wait, synchronized method. Any one of these 4 methods when you call, thread will come into non-runnable state. Very, very important. After wait state completed, the thread will not directly go out. It will come to another state called what? Lock acquisition state. What the state? Lock acquisition state. When wait time completed or wait call completed, synchronized method waiting purpose. Why they are waiting here? For acquiring the lock. When sleep time completed, when join time completed, after acquiring the lock, the thread will go out of the non-runnable state and it will go into which state? Running state or ready to run state? Ready to run state. Again it is coming to ready to run state and waiting for its turn. Once its turn occurred, it is executed, finished its logic, execution, and entered into where now? Dead state. Entered into dead state. Now finally tell me when thread will be in which state? Point number one. Point number one. When object is created, thread will be in which state? New state. Second point. When thread will be in ready to run state? When start method is called, thread is in ready to run state. Ready to run state. When thread is in running state, when its turn occur and run method logic is running, then thread is in where? Running state. Okay, when run method open bracket first line execution started, that means what? It is in running state. Then fourth, when thread is in non-runnable state, inside run method, when we call sleep of time, join of time or no time. Okay, next wait of time or no time, and then what? Synchronized method. Then thread is in non-runnable states. Then when thread is in dead state, after run completed, thread is in dead state. So these are the 5 states you should notice carefully. You should understand this theory, then the program is easy. Everyone got clarity here? Paka? Sure. ला करेंगे. Tell me, run completed, thread is in which state? Run method execution completed, thread is in which state? Run method running, during run method execution, thread is in which state? Running state. Inside run method, if I call sleep method, thread is in which state? When I create thread object, thread is in which state? New state. When I call start method, thread is in which state? Ready to run state. So totally how many states available? 5 states. Clear? Now my question. All these thread state names are unofficial. Compiler software don't know, JVM software don't know. Only developer knows. These state names are unofficial. These state names are derived from operating system. From operating system, these names are derived. In Java 5 version, the names are made it as fixed, official. What are the new names? These are the old names derived from OS. Now the new names of the thread is, new state is new only, no change. Second state, ready to run state, running state. These 2 states are combined together, whether thread is in ready to run state or thread is in runnable state, running state. These 2 together, people are calling them as what? Runnable. What the state name? Runnable. Okay, then non-runnable states are divided into 3 states. This is called timed waiting state. This is called waiting state. This is called blocked state. What the states? Third one is what? Timed waiting state. Next one is what? Waiting state. And the next one is what? Blocked. Finally, dead. Really, it is not dead. It's terminated. We don't call it as a dead. We must call it as what? Terminated. Execution అయిపోయిందంతా చచ్చిపోలేదు. Okay, terminated state. So now tell me, from Java 5 version onwards, how many states the thread is having? 6 states. First one, new. Second one, runnable. Third one, timed waiting, block. And last one, terminated. Now, runnable states are having internally how many states? 2. Ready to run and running. Timed waiting, block. these three states are together what we call non-runnable states. Non-runnable states. So these are the combination of thread life cycle states diagram. Now the question, sir, when my thread object is created MT1, I want to know in which state my thread is available. Then there is a predefined method is provided in Java 8 version called what? Get state. What is the method name? Get state. You call the method get state by using thread object, then return any one of these state names based on the thread available. If I call mt1.getState, immediately after object created, then which state name we will get? New. If I call getState method after start method call, which state name we will get? Runnable. If I call getState method inside main thread or other thread, when thread is in timed waiting sleep method call, I call sleep method and then I call getState method. Then the what the name will come? Timed waiting. If I call getState method after run completed, which name we will get? A terminate. In order to retrieve the state names, what is the predefined method available? GetState. Okay, clear? Now, online students, this is the diagram what I explain on the screen. Everyone, please go through once yourself. I will write program now. Shall I write program now? Now I am taking class my thread 14 extends override run method. Inside run method, I am writing system.out double quotes. Okay, run, start, run, end. Then I'm writing class test, open bracket. Tell me, if I run this code, what happened? If I run this code, what happened? Just main start, main and message print. What is my target? I want to start custom thread. What logic I have to write? My thread 14 empty1 equal to new my thread 14 empty1 dot start. Save, control F11. Now run method execute, run start, run it. What is my target? I want to know how to create custom thread. I want to know the state of the thread. State of the thread. And tell me, after object created, what is the state of the thread I want to? Double quotes in main state 1 thread, okay? #1 and state 1. What is right? empty1 dot start. Start get state. empty1 dot get state. Okay. What the name of the state will be printed? Bolo. New. New coming up. Next. After start method call, in the main thread, if I write get state, my thread 2. Thread is in which state? Ready to run state. Ready to run. Ready to start or ready to run? Ready to run, but will get runnable. Okay, what will get? Runnable. Now, when we call start method, definitely control come to where? Run method. Inside run method, can I call like this? Double quotes in run #3 colon plus. Can I call empty1 dot get state or directly get state? Directly get state, because empty1 belongs to main method. Then empty1 reference variable is what? This. What the state name will be printed here also? Runnable. Actually, what is that runnable? Ready to run. Sorry, what is this runnable? This runnable is ready to run. This runnable is running. Okay, now the next question. I wanted to see here the thread should send to the sleeping state. Then what I should call? Thread dot sleep of some duration 5000 milliseconds. Whenever you call sleep method, it internally throwing checked exception. We must handle it. Handle try catch. Save it. Tell me, when I call thread dot sleep, this my thread is in which state? Timed waiting state. Then where I can call get state method? I want to know the state of the thread. When it is sleeping, I should know this thread is sleeping or not sleeping, or by the same thread asking or another thread I should ask. Come on, everyone. Whom should I ask? I should ask the same person who is sleeping or the side person. Side person. If when he is sleeping, if you call him and ask, hello, are you sleeping? Not good. So there are two threads available in the JVM. What are the two threads? Main thread and custom thread. When custom thread is sleeping, control come to which thread? Main thread. Now in the main thread I can ask, is the custom thread sleeping? Yes. So how can I ask? If you want to ask the thread, main thread, if you want to ask a main thread about the custom thread sleeping or not sleeping, first of all, the main thread should be waiting, na? Bolo. What should I call here? Here before main end, I should call a method called what? Thread dot sleep. Why should you call thread dot sleep? To pass the thread execution, to pass the main thread execution and to allow custom thread to execute. When custom thread executed, thread is sleeping how many milliseconds? 5000. Then if a main thread also here sleeping for 5000 milliseconds, can main thread print custom thread information or not printed? Not printed. So here I have to take what? Less time. Control F11. Oh, sorry. After calling thread.sleep, now I am calling MT1 dot get state. Let's see what we will get output. Answer coming up, timed waiting, first new, runnable, runnable, and then what? Timed waiting. What the state number this is? 4. After 5000 milliseconds completed, 1, 2, after 5000 milliseconds completed, then what happened? Run end. Now after run end, I want to print message, the thread is terminated. That means in the main thread, I should call this line one more time with what main number 5. Here what I should call empty dot get state. But for that, the thread must be, this thread, main thread must be paused for some time until the main custom thread execution complete. Now look at there, we will get a correct output. Run end, then in main thread we will get terminated main. Okay, why I call why I call thread dot sleep 2 times in the main method? For pausing main thread to allow custom thread to run to get the next state. Okay, now repeating once again, this is my main thread, this is my custom thread. If you want to know the information about the custom thread, I should call that method inside main thread by using the thread reference. What is the reference name of this thread? MT1. What I should do? MT1 dot sleep, MT1 dot join, MT1 dot wait. I must call in our class to affecting to what? Another thread. So this is the way I have deal with this method. So finally tell me this diagram and this program. Hope you understand. Write down program. Develop a program. Develop a program. Develop a program to print the state names of a custom thread. You can tell only one state in the run method. What is that? Are you running? Yes. So only running state I can get from run. Remaining all 4 states or 5 states you can get only from main thread. My thread class completed, then main method class. What is the purpose of thread.sleep? For passing main thread, for allowing custom thread to run. Okay, done? Ah. Done. So please practice these two topics already in the Google Classroom. I hope I uploaded. I think no, let me upload. Thank you. That's all for today class. We'll meet you in the night. We'll meet you in the night, 9 p.m. Please set alarm and then join the class. Thank you.